Green light. Yellow light. Green light. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. I'm Katie the Curious Katydid, and you're joining me on a summery Saturday morning where I am in New York's Hudson Valley, and I'm getting ready to go on my morning mini walk and just like looking around to see if anybody might like to come with me. Welcome. Hi, Sebastian. Hi, Stones fan. Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. How is it where you guys are? It is beautiful, but definitely it is summer this morning where I'm standing. I can feel, I know you can't see it, but it is like balmy, humidity, sleepy summer morning right now. How's everybody doing? Let me flip this around. Missed you too, my friend. Hi, Mr. W. I do have ears. I definitely, as I was getting ready to go this morning, I was like, I cannot take a walk with my hair down this morning. It's so warm. It's not like overly way warm, but I was like, ooh, gotta do a summer look for sure. Hello, good morning, Fields. I'm sure my returning friends will recognize we're just in the same old park. After last night, we went a little late last night, for sure, on our live stream. Thank you to everybody who was hanging out late with me. So I slept in a little bit and was like, I had plans to take us to a slightly different place, but I was like, we got to stay tried and true and close by. Although, look, there's something highly unusual that happened. I don't know if you guys can see. Again, welcome. We're at the Delaware and Hudson Canal Park in a town called Cuddebackville, New York. This just in Cuddebackville, New York. Jeff Hickman, lead singer of Weenus, has spotted love goblins in the sky. Thank you, Jeff Hickman. My goodness. But look at this. I came out to the park and was like, what's the deal with this yellow line? Last night, oh wait, I'm veering off. Look at these gorgeous flowers. That guy's not going to get through. Don't drive through. This guy was like, I'm sure you just heard him like roaring up behind me. I'm like, dude, don't go that way. He now knows. Look at these gorgeous rain-drenched flowers. We had crazy thunderstorms last night. What kind of weather did you guys have? Hi, babies. All these cars are like pushing up past each other. I'm like, guys, it's closed off. Hey, Bumble. What are you doing? Dimanche. Thanks for the love, Dimanche. Love puffs. Doghouse has spotted a love goblin among the pretty rain-drenched flowers. Thank you so much. Look at that. Raindrops on flowers and whiskers on kittens. Love goblins, friends, and so many things. And I don't want any mittens on this summer morning here with all of my friends. Honeybee, that's not a bumble, that's a honeybee, right? Hi, Spaniard. You got heavy rain this morning in Connecticut? Sissy Gibb, how are you? Do you guys know what kind of flowers these are? I never know my flowers, but aren't they just so elegant? With their pretty little bedazzled raindrops. Those are like chubby raindrops. Hey, Adrian, what's up? You had rain last night, Sebastian? And you slept at work since it's needed for the sake of the residents. Aw. How is that job going, Sebastian? Everything is all rainified. We have blue sky right now, but last night it actually woke me up. It was like 4:30 a.m. for me. And there was crazy thunder and lightning. And look at this, right? We've walked past this place before. Today they've got their little lineup. I don't know if you can see. Looks like some sort of big old... Let's go around this way. I don't want to actually... They have their little lineup like, do not cross the line. So let's go around. Oh, I guess the Wicked Witch of the West was here. That must have been what happened. That's a sock. So there must have been some sort of Oz battle here last night. One of the Wicked Witches left Like, geez Louise. It looks like branches down. This is an old, again, we're in a park. This is a county park, the Delaware and Hudson Canal Park. And this was an old historic house. Nobody lives here. It's an old historic house. Old blacksmith's house from like 1799. Yeah, it looks like it's clear this way, but... Ooh. Yeah, a big fat tree fell over. Goodness gracious. A tree has fallen on this big fat historic house. Yikes. That's crazy. Bonjour to Steve. Thanks for the roses. Yeah, wow. Yeah, they tied all this off. What a mess. I'm glad nobody lives in that house. But I'm sorry a historic house has a boo-boo on it now. Whoa. It looks like, hi Monica, how are you? Hi Roger. Looks like there's a official person here. I'm not putting him on camera or trying not to put him on camera just out of deference to him. But yeah, look at that. Jeez. Yeah, he just pulled up. Hi Lady M, good morning. Hi Eileen. Yeah, I guess this must have happened overnight. The temp this morning here, Adrian, is probably, it's like 70s already Fahrenheit. It's going to be a hot one. We've got a hot sunny one today in New York where I am standing. Beautiful though. Like if you like summer mornings, this is like a very New York summer morning. Hi son. Look at him. He's got his arms wide spread open. He's like, hello everybody. With his arms outstretched. I'll outstretch my arms to you. There's like a car. We don't know what he's doing. Oh, no, I know what he's doing. Okay. He's backing up and parking. Everybody's getting confused. So we'll hug the sun. Good morning. Huggies. Whee. I don't know if you want to hug the sun with me. Whee. Hello. What a cheery sun. Yay. The sun is warm and friendly with outstretched arms. Boop. Yeah, one more time just to take it in. So my returning friends will recognize we come to this park. If you're new to this community, welcome. My name is Katie, and this is actually a travel channel you have stumbled onto, and we welcome you. The bread and butter is Sundays. Every Sunday morning, we take walking tours of different cities throughout the Hudson Valley area of New York State in the USA where I live. And Saturdays today are just what we call a morning mini walk. We come out to this particular park a lot. Like every Sunday we see something different, but Saturdays we see this park a lot. It's right up the street from where I live, something close by to get some exercise and see some sights before I start my day. Sebastian, what's my opinion on pickup trucks like the one I just passed, yay or nay? I'm going to pin this. Should we talk about trucks this morning? What does everybody think? And we had huge thunderstorms last night. This is what we're looking at. This is a historic house in this park, or the Delaware and Hudson Canal Park in Cuddebackville, New York. This is an old historic house that used to belong to a blacksmith from like 1799. And the storms last night have it looks like the tree and the house got into an arm wrestling match. And the tree won. The tree in the house. It's like when you're a kid and you're playing at like roughhousing with your friends and your mom's like, don't get too rough. Somebody's gonna, put your eye out. And they're like, we're okay. And it got a little rowdy and they got stuck. And that's the story. Poor house. So I gotta clean that up. And there's a guy from the county out there now assessing everything. I think Sebastian, I think pickup trucks are cool. I definitely do. I like any vehicle that these days is like sort of environmentally friendly as possible, broadly speaking. But pickup trucks, I think they're so cool and useful. Like, that you like, right? Like you can haul stuff. Like any of my friends growing up who had like a pickup truck, like my uncle had a pickup truck, and it just seemed like you can do anything with them. I don't know, what's everybody's favorite vehicle? or a vehicle that you think is cool. Bonjour, Jeff Hickman, thanks for the roses. Oh, it's so summery. So summery. Oh, we're coming to the field of flowers. Yeah, the weather, I'm grateful for the very pretty sunny morning that we have for sure. But yeah, you can feel the heat. You know how you can kind of feel the day in the sun? Like at the sunrise, I feel like can tell you how the day's gonna go. And we've got a hot sunrise. Look at this pretty field of flowers. Beryl, hello to you in Australia. Would that be ooties or uties? That's like the word for pickup truck. Ooh, look at these funny little cobwebs. So cute. Look out, County Ways. There's a lot, guys, why are there like so many cars here this morning on a morning when they can't get through? Like there goes the garbage truck. Oh, he's turning off into like the parking lot. Okay. Maybe they're all arriving to help clean it up. You always had pickup trucks, Doghouse? Yeah, maybe they've arrived to clean it up. Yes, Beryl, I would love to hear more about that word. UT, like utility, right? Is it like utility? Stonesfan is asking a wonderful question. I would love to hear much more about that word. Hi, pretty babies. Bonjour, Jeff Hickman. Thanks for the roses. What's one of your favorite, like, what am I trying to say? Like, what's one of your favorite, like, different words in a different country? This is all relatively speaking. Like maybe you're listening from Australia and there's like an American word you like, right? I always thought lorry was a really cool word for truck. Or like a lift. Like growing up in New York, we had like elevators and trucks. And I'm like, ooh, but what about like a lorry and a lift? It feels like I could write a song about a lorry and a lift. A lorry and a lift in love. A loving lorries and lifts. I love a lorry and a lift. When I'm feeling listless. When I'm feeling listless, I love a lorry and a lift. Hello, power plant. This is just looking spookier and spookier, isn't it? This is an old power plant. For anybody who's new here, don't leave anybody out. Again, welcome everybody. We're in a town called Cuddebackville, New York. This is a small rural town about 90 minutes northwest of New York City, if you had no traffic. And this is a historic marker, new within the last year or two, that talks about how on this land used to stand a hydropower plant. There it is, built circa 1902, on the old abandoned Delaware and Hudson Canal by the Never Sink Light and Power Company. Where I live in New York City, that's a misspeak. Where I live up above New York City, in the Hudson Valley area of New York. The Hudson Valley, right, is a big, long, huge valley. Like if you leave New York City and head north, you are in the Hudson Valley first thing, no question. I mean, maybe a little detour into New Jersey for a second. But if you just head right north, and within the huge Hudson Valley of New York, there are all these little tinier valleys, like little dimples in a smile. And we're standing in the Never Sink Valley, the tiny little Never Sink Valley. I love that name. I'm not going to climb in there today. I think that would be... Greg Fetz, what are you doing? Bonjour, Greg Fetz. Thanks for the roses. Ooh, we're going to let the garbage truck go by. Ah! Goodness. It's like never this busy in this park. Sebastian, you personally would love a pickup truck. Sadly, they're not too common in Sweden. Oh, really, Sebastian? I didn't know that. If you guys don't know Sebastian lives in Sweden. Oh, we might wait a sec for the air to clear out. That truck was definitely wearing eau de... I'm a Garbage Truck. Ode I'm a Garbage Truck by Calvin Klein. We're just gonna, I don't think we're gonna just chase let's go look at the flowers for another minute there. Not to be impolite. Hey Rick, what's up? You asked your doc if there's anything you can take for kleptomania. He said there's no pill for that. Rick. Okay. Thank you, Rick. As I'm out here to get my lower body work done this morning, Rick is helping us get our upper body work this morning. And ready, take your face. This is our morning face palms, thanks to Rick. Rick's gonna help our necks get in shape. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Thank you, Rick. There's no pill for that. I love you, Rick. Oh my goodness. This does look like right out of a movie, doesn't it? There's a tiny person. Should we do like the head crusher on Kids in the Hall? I can't. Hey guys, oh my gosh, we got to our first live goal. Thank you so much. We are spying around. Thank you for helping me to collect 100 enchanted roses. These woods have some beautiful magical items in it. And you guys are the best to help me spot them. That's for sure. This is travel content powered by viewers like you. It is so true. I thank each and every one of you for the things you do to help power our travels. Maybe let's look for a little bit of love and luck this morning. All right, let's chance it up this hill. Right, Angela, for sure. Thank you to our gifters, our subscribers. But truly, it's not a community even worth gifting a single rose to without it just being a lovely place to be. So thank you to all of you for being you this morning. Thank you for coming out and hanging out. Oh, these pretty plants. I will say, look at that. I don't know if the camera's going to look at this is just sun. This is just, the only thing making that lighter is just the sunlight. It's so sparkly with raindrops. Everything is so rain-coated. We had this huge rainstorm last night. Hi, Talker Cat. It reminds you of areas in northwest corner of Connecticut. Lovely. We're not terribly far from Connecticut, relatively speaking, in the world. I went to college in Connecticut. Beautiful state. No daily goal set, Rick? Can you guys see? Celtic Wolf said last night that she couldn't see our goal. I just set it for 5 paper cranes. I'm wondering if you all are so inclined to spy about as we look around as we climb up the hill. Hoping to spy some love and luck to fill our gas tank. You just saw a change. Okay, Rick. Here we go up the hill. Let's do this. Razzle! Boop, boop, boop. If you guys see a love and luck paper crane, thank you, Rick, so much for spotting us a paper crane. If you see a love and luck paper crane, consider booping it to grab some love and luck for yourself for your day. My goodness, look at how everything has just blossomed up and grown. For anyone who's new, again, this is a county park we're walking through. The old Delaware and Hudson Canal Park. And this is there's much history here. The history abounds. We're looking I know it doesn't look like much, right? This is a private property on the parkland. What do you guys think? If you had the opportunity to live like this, kind of right basically in the middle of a park, what do you think? Would you do that? This is a private property, and this is a private property up here. You can hear they've got their mowers going or something. And there's a little sign there that says private residence. That brown sign there says private residence. Sebastian says in Europe, vans are more common. They take place instead of the few pickup trucks that they have. That's so interesting. Thank you for teaching that. So was America like the first country to really like who invented the pickup truck? Does anybody know that? Who invented the pickup truck? Or like, I imagine it kind of like evolved over the design of other things over the centuries and such. Right? Like, who invented the pickup truck? But that's interesting to know that like vans are more proliferated in Europe. Hey, little buddy. There's a little snail over here. Look at him. He's just like chilling. There he is. You're a cute little guy. I think he's just waiting. What do you think he's waiting for? Are you a hitchhiking snail? Or maybe you're just sitting by the road saying hi to everybody? Hi. I'll wave to you. Hi. He's very sleepy or something. He's going so slow, and that's okay. You have a good day. Look at that gorgeous shell. That like luminous iridescent shell. You are very cute. I hope you have a good day. Maybe he likes trucks and he's watching them go by. Did I ever have like escargot, Stones fan? I think I tried escargot like one time. And, oh, there's another little guy. You were smart to wait to cross the street because those trucks are really big and loud. There's like another little guy right here. He's moving along faster. Those trucks are really big and loud. There's like another little guy right here. He's moving along faster. No, don't you do it. No. What are you doing? The spider is like crawling right towards me. I don't want to put him on camera in case anybody's ooped out by spiders. What would you like, sir? Don't bother the snail. I think he started to walk right up to me and then I stood up and he was like, yikes! And now the spider is like turning around and walking away. Oh my goodness, and there's an earthworm. We're having like the summer. Don't you do it. If you bother that snail. If you bother that snail, don't you do it. What's going on here? We got an earthworm. We have like a little nature joke here. Like a rabbi, a priest, and a minister walked into a bar. We have like an earthworm, a snail, and a spider. We have a little crowd gathered. See him? I'm showing him from afar. We got like the earthworm, the snail, and there's like a spider. He's kind of blended into the road. I feel like the spider is looking at me. You know, like when you see like a brother and a sister in a back seat, or maybe that was just like it in my house. And one of them was going to like poke the other one, but like we're waiting for mom not to look. I'm like, don't look at me. Don't bother that snail. And this little guy, they're all like determined. What are you guys all doing? Are you going to bother the earthworm? Get out of here. Right? It's like a little morning gathering. Sir, excuse me, sir. Please leave. Exactly. Beryl, thank you so much for looking this up. Henry Ford is the creator of pickup trucks in the early 1900s. I love learning along with you guys. Let's pin that. I love this. If you're just joining us, we're watching, I'm looking at what's going on here. I feel like there's this spider who's like deciding if he wants to bother the snail or this like earthworm. And this earthworm, this is like an earthworm that's like doing the business. This earthworm is like crawling along. Don't do it. If you bother this earthworm, I wonder where he's going. Are you looking for a way in to the ground? Does anybody know? Like, who's my earthworm behavior expert? What's he doing? Look out, everybody. Now there's like a pickup truck. We have all our friends this morning. I feel like we got to help the snail get across the street. What do we do here? The snail is like not going to make it. These trucks are all coming through. If you're trying to cross the street, little guy. This spider is like just as interested in me as we are interested in them. Come here, little snail. Should we help the snail cross the street, guys? We'll help the snail. Come aboard. I can show you the world. Little snail, we can help you. We'll help you cross the street safely on this trucky space. Oops, he bumped into my fingernail and he was like, yikes, what's that? You're okay, buddy. A whole new snail. Don't do that, Gimbal. He froze for a sec, but you're okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. We're helping a snail cross the street. If you're just tuning in, we're helping a snail cross the street. Wow. Sorry. All right, now he's got his courage plucked up again. He's making his way onto the rest of the leaf. Okay, let's do this, guys. Hey, Wandali. We're helping a snail cross the street because he's having... like a truck just went by. Come here, little guy. Let's do this. Wee, a whole new snail will help you cross the street safely. We'll take you everywhere, 'cause we don't care. We'll help our snails be safe today in the woods. There you go, buddy. Just don't stay in the street. It's crazy. We saw spiders and trucks. Be safe in your moist morning travels. That earthworm, I feel like he was marching off to take over the country, so he's probably fine. And I've lost complete track of the spider. We'll take a little scan for the earthworm. I feel like he's managed. Mischief managed. Yep, okay, those other two, they were all right. Fare thee well, everybody. Good meeting. Good luck to all of you in your life travels. Bye, snail. Hi, JJ. You just left Lisa's live. I know Lisa's experimenting with going live. Did you guys have a nice time, Wandali? Oh, Stephanie, hello. May I definitely send you some additional hugs today, Stephanie. Oh my goodness, my dear. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Like, how you doing with that? That's certainly not I'm sure, like, I don't know, like, was there something you need from us, Stephanie? I don't want to say or do things and presume. If there's something we can say or do for you this morning, we're here. Exactly, Stones fan. It would take too long to get the snail to a crosswalk. Hopefully he'll be okay. He was like a determined little snail, but then with those trucks rolling through this morning. If you're just tuning in, the story so far, like my returning friends may recognize, we're walking at one of our usual walk spots on a Saturday. The Delaware and Hudson Canal Park in Cuddebackville, New York. Is that an autumnally looking leaf? What? Arkansas. What a delicious donut. Look, it looks like an autumnally kind of leaf. Whoa. It's July 5th. Have you guys been seeing the videos on TikTok? They've been coming to my For You page. They make the joke that, like, it'll say something like, me after the last July 4th firework. And then it's like, boom, and it's all Halloween decorations. Maybe the woods are even excited to get to Halloween this year. This may be the earliest I've ever seen an autumnal looking leaf. And we've had a lot of rain too. Interesting. That's very pretty, isn't it? Look at like the greens and the... We're finding some interesting things this morning. Pretty flowers. Snails. Ooh, some ice cream. I'm like, summer just got started. The kids just got let out of school like a week or two ago by me. What's going on? I mean, I love fall. Don't get me wrong. Angela, you were in Lisa's live too. I want to be on the lookout. Again, Stephanie, and the mods, if you don't mind just watching out if Stephanie replies. I haven't seen anything further, but again, Stephanie, if you're listening and there's something we can say or do for you this morning to show our support as you have your father's funeral today, just know we're here for you. I know a lot of us in the room can relate to that sort of thing. And we are here holding space, my dear. Love Puss from Jeff Hickman, part of this complete Saturday morning breakfast. Oh, yeah, so if you're new, just to include everybody, I know this just looks like a ditch. Like, what's the deal, Katie? Why are you walking by a ditch? This is like the man-made stone wall. This is a very important ditch, I'll have you know. Don't ditch learning the history about this ditch. Look, there's like another kind of autumny leaf. What's going on? Buggies. It got a little munched. But it's like look at those colors. Oh my goodness. Don't ditch the history on this ditch. We're walking by the old Delaware and Hudson Canal. Shall we bring her up and we'll invoke the spirit of Sophia Petrillo? Picture it. America. The War of 1812. In a quick and dirty summary of the history, basically, America had declared itself independent. It's the anniversary, right? July 4th just happened. July 4th, 1776. America declared itself independent. But alas, that was not the only thing you need to really start a country. For anybody here who started a country, I'm sure you can tell us. You gotta make sure you can put your money where your mouth is and have an independent economy as much as possible. Self-sustaining, I should say. We're all sort of interdependent, right, as people. Can't get through life without a little help from your friends, you know what I'm saying? But still, you got to be able to sort of self-sustain a little bit with your government and your economy to be a country. So the War of 1812 unfolded. And at that time, we were still importing coal and other energy supplies from England. Stephanie, you got it. You got love. I just saw that comment get pinned. Lise, what's going on? Welcome, Lise. I had a brief peek in your live as I went to start this live. How did it go, sweetie? It's a historic ditch. Don't ditch the history of this ditch. It's actually fun to kind of be walking here around July 4th because of all the history here. So where were we? America had been importing. We're invoking the spirit of Sophia Petrillo. Picture it, America. The War of 1812. As we were saying. Look at how green this has gotten. Wow. At the time, America was importing energy supplies like coal from England. But during the War of 1812, England said, stop. In the name of war. That's the bad kind of stop. We want to stop in the name of love. But England said, stop in the name of this war. We are not giving you any more coal. And America said, well, that's a great way to get our attention. I mean, if I really think about it, that's a fabulous way to make us kind of question ourselves and what's going on. And so America was kind of like, all right. So if we're going to be as self-sustaining as possible economically as a new country, we got to figure out how to support ourselves with our energy supplies. So we had to look around and said, hey, there's coal in Pennsylvania. This is a gross overgeneralization of history. If you know more or better than I do, please feel free to chime in. This is just stuff I've read from local history records and books and stuff from my neighbors. Hi, picnic bench. Good morning. I wonder if picnic benches, he's just sitting here, right? Do picnic benches feel fulfilled? Like, do you think they like being picnic benches? Perhaps they love the laughter of children or the warmth of young, loving couples having a picnic outside. Do we need to just like, you're a good picnic bench. Do you get lonely, picnic bench? Or do you like when people, are you the picnic bench who didn't like people picnicking on you? You're just sort of sitting here quietly. A very meditative picnic bench. Creepy bench, Jay. Hi, Rex Hooker. Hi, Okan Kundarachi. Nice. Barrel. Sorry, I'm drifting off. But yes, so we're again invoking the spirit of Sophia Petrillo from the Golden Girls as we talk about the history of this ditch. Don't ditch the history of this ditch. You never know what ditch. What's a ditch? We've talked about this before in here, but we have some new friends in here this morning. What's something in your, I want to hear from you guys. By the way, this is the first autumnal looking leaf we found this morning, and we've had rain and stuff. Look at this, a first autumny looking leaf. I thought it was so pretty, kind of dusted with greens and yellows. And look at these beautiful kind of veins on the back. Whew, he's like a flying squirrel. Whee! You see him with like his little hands poking out, his little pointy head, and his two little hands. Whoosh. The adventures of the autumnal Avenger, spreading the beauty of autumn wherever he flies. Sorry, that was like the YouTube movie trailer that interrupted the history. Back to Sophia Petrillo. So, we realized we had to get as independent as fast as possible after the War of 1812 with our energy supplies. So we looked around and we said, there's coal in Pennsylvania. There's cement up in a town called Rosendale, New York. There's bluestone in Kingston. We looked around the whole New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area and said there's lots of supplies, but how are we going to transport this stuff everywhere it needs to go, especially down to New York City, a growing city in the 19th century, right? So this was the ditch. This ditch didn't ditch us, boyo. This ditch stood right by us and served its purpose. This is the Delaware and Hudson Canal from 1828. Following the War of 1812, we said, let's design a canal. And in fact, if you come to this part of New York, I'm in Western Orange County again. If you jumped in a car, let's say you were in Midtown New York, right? You're in the Times Square, New York City, and you jumped in a car and there was no traffic. And you drove from Times Square, New York City out this direction. You'd be here in about 90 minutes. By car. And in this part, we're in Western Orange County in New York, right on the border of New Jersey and Pennsylvania, if you pulled out a map, Cuddebackville, New York. And you'll notice in this part of Western Orange County in New York that the towns are all named for people who one way or another are associated with this ditch, with the 1828 Delaware and Hudson Canal. The Wirtz brothers of Wirtzboro, New York, it was not named Wirtzboro at the time, but the Wirtz brothers, they were mercantile kind of guys who got the idea. They were like, there'd be, if we can become self-sustaining, we're going to make a lot of money. So they got the idea to make this canal. And then there's a town called Port Jervis, New York. We're standing about 10 minutes outside Port Jervis, New York. And that's named for the engineer who designed this canal, John B. Jervis. Hey, little guy. This just in, there's a tiny frog hopping across the path. Do you see him? Let me see. Oh, he's so still. There. Oh, see him? Got him? Nee! See him? He's like tiny. Don't be scared. Did you see him? I know he was so small. Oh, there he goes. Don't be scared. We love you. Nah. Maybe he's a little fairy. We had a lot of little wildlife this morning. Just a little while ago, we were hanging out with a snail and a worm and a spider. Oh, there's another little one. There's like baby froggies everywhere. He hopped under a leaf. Do you see him? You probably see more of the motion than the little guy himself. Maybe they're looking for kisses, although they were hopping away. There's another one. I've never seen so many little guys. Do you see them? He's very still. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Ah! There he is, right there. Oh, he's hopping away. Can you guys actually see these little guys? I don't mean to, like, annoy you with that. Hey, Madeline. Poor little guys. They're totally on an adventure. They don't seem to be looking for kisses. Maybe it's a whole series of princes and princesses. If a frog came up to you and said, "Oh, please, give me a kiss. I am under a spell." Would you trust it? Would you kiss the frog? I'd probably give him a kiss. Just to, you know. I mean, maybe it'll turn out he's just a frog trying to take advantage of an old fairy tale. In that case, the frog would make me feel sheepish, and that would be a whole other problem. I think Leafy definitely knows Leaky, Stones fan. You have some too? I'm approving your comment. Right, I said earlier, the Rex Hooker, this scene reminded me of, like, you know, a rabbi, a priest, and a minister, kind of one of those jokes. What's the joke? A rabbi? Oh, a rabbit, a priest. Have you guys ever heard this joke before? Or maybe has Rick, have you told, I don't want to take credit, like, have you guys ever heard this joke before? A rabbit, a priest, and a minister walk into a bar, and the rabbit says, "I think there's been a typo." Have you ever heard that joke before? Once we were reading some 4th of July jokes last night, too. But I like that. A snail, an earthworm, and a spider walk into the street. Should we write this as a joke? Who would like to write a summer joke? A snail, an earthworm, and a spider walk into the street. And what do we think? You and Tim are cracking up, please. That's not my joke, and I take no credit for it. Wandelli says, yes, and I hope he wouldn't spit, right? The frogs. Like, Miss Madeline. So let's see, what do we got? A snail. Let me flip this around. It's too beautiful of a summer morning. I gotta see. We're meeting so many little friends. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. I've digressed so badly from the history of the canal, but that's basically it. In 1828, again, don't ditch the history of this ditch. That's the catchphrase of the day, I've decided. If that's okay. We're walking along the ruins. This is the old towpath. Jersey Mike, I give Jersey Mike all the credit in the world for teaching us this. It looks flat, like it might have used to have been railroad tracks, but originally this was the towpath, T-O-W. Hi, Diane in Pennsylvania. This is the old towpath for the canal. You could, like, this is where all the workers and donkeys and carts and things would be busily walking along to service any of the boats that came through here. Again, these are the ruins of the Delaware and Hudson Canal. And the canal spanned like 50, 60 miles, I understand, from Honesdale, Pennsylvania, diagonally up northeast to a city called Kingston, New York, which my returning friends will definitely recognize. I lived in Kingston for like 5 years, and we have visited many a time on our Sunday morning live streams. And the canal absolutely served its purpose. Again, the idea here was after the War of 1812 to help us become as independent as possible, to utilize our own energy supplies like coal as a burgeoning country. And, like, it did it. Now, 5 minutes later, relatively speaking, the railroads came through. If you know, like in the 19th century, right, was a big period of industrialization, right, is the word. And, like, you know, we're all over the world, right? All of a sudden, a lot of different technologies were building up. And so very quickly, the railroads kind of cropped up. And we got to backtrack to the punchlines. You guys are being amazing as usual. Look at all this rain. We have all this. I love coming back to this park with you guys. All right, wait, Katie, finish my thought. Katie, do one thing before you do another thing. So the canal absolutely did its job, and everybody was like, yay. And then the railroads kind of quickly took over, and everybody was like, oh, okay. But luckily, the people involved with the canal kind of transformed for the most part and invested themselves in the railroads too. And so the railroads really kind of took over. And so this canal went defunct. They got a little funky. And today it's definitely a little funky. It's all been closed off. It got a little defuncty. It's been closed off. The canal has been damned. The damned canal. And is now this. And it was just kind of, and you can visit, like there's all different sections, like the Delaware, like if you like what you're seeing today, like a place that's like a little bit of a mix of like old history and pretty nature, I definitely recommend the Delaware and Hudson Canal as a travel tip in these parts of New York. Because most of the towns that own a chunk of it have turned it into public parkland. And then you can still see like ruins of it, like while you're driving along certain roads and stuff. Beryl, you were going to ask if it was dammed or dried up naturally. It was dammed. We'll tell the story at Halloween. The damned canal. Hey, Brian Shoemaker. Wagon Master, thank you for chiming in to help teach us history. This is a collaborative live. I love traveling with you guys. Wagon Master is saying the towpath was used to pull canal boats down the canal. And they used teams of mules and horses. Thank you so much. I'm going to pin that comment. Like if you're new here and we've just met, I just think of this like it's like jump on the bus. We're all traveling here together. So I definitely appreciate when you guys chime in to teach me about stuff you know too. The only thing I ask, of course, I think would be, if you're going to share something that we'll just try to source it from sources. You know what I mean? I think these days especially, this is just like a minor soapbox for a minute. I don't know about you guys. These days especially, I feel like I want to get grounded in the habit of like, when I talk about something, I can point to like a real source when I've said it. Because it's sort of a scary time for information, isn't it? And not that there's like pressing gossip to have about the old defunct Delaware and Hudson Canal. But I appreciate all of you who are giving information that, have been sourced from, sources we probably can believe. So thank you for that. Let me see here. I want to go back for a second. Your pace or mine? So we had a challenge a second ago. I'm pinning this once more. Rex Hooker. We literally actually ran in to an earthworm, a snail, and a spider, kind of all hanging out in the road a little while ago. And we helped the snail cross the street because there were also trucks going by, and we were like, dang, snail. And I feel like this needs to be a joke. A snail, an earthworm, and a spider walk into the street. And it seems like we have some submissions on that. And they started dancing. I like how Angela's turning it into a story. But we've got a snail, an earthworm, and a spider walk into the street. And the earthworm says, let's get out of here. So the spider says to the snail, your pace or mine? Rex Hooker, well done. I love this. Never sink, never worry. I love this. An earthworm, a spider. If anybody else has a little punchline they want to drop in the comments, let me know. So that's the story of this canal. Now let's talk about our story. Of course, as we walk around anywhere, we're joining the history of the thing. Like more of the Delaware and Canal. Like if we wanted to tell the story this way, we could say, and the Delaware and Hudson Canal went defunct and was dammed off later on in the 19th century, and then became county-sponsored parkland for many people to enjoy, including the community you're standing in right now. Ready, right? The fourth wall break of the story. Even though there's no real fourth wall to break, Because you and I are making history every day. Even if we don't think of ourselves that way. Angela, I love it. They started dancing because they were so happy they found each other. Angela, I love your story. Friends making friends in the woods. The community of the Curious Katydid was fond of taking Saturday morning walks here in these woods, where the Delaware and Hudson Canal could have a new sort of life in its joyful location for friends together. Is that Robert J. Bannon, RJB? The RJB. Bonjour, Robert J. Thanks for the roses. I saw you were live and I was like in the middle of something else on a work thing. I went on TikTok for like a hot second. I had to finish some work paperwork. And then my brain like diverted into TikTok for a second. And I was like, oh no, if I go into RJB's live, I will never get my work done. And I was like, I mustn't. But I saw you were doing something live there the other day. I think it was on the 4th. Like Winnie the Pooh, exactly. How's life back upstate, friends? Robert J. Bannon, as you guys may recall, returning friends may recall, Robert J. Bannon is a longtime near and dear patron and friend to this community. Guys, should we go in? Should we go in to the historic cemetery? Maybe let's briefly change it up. Let's walk over. No, let's go into the cemetery. Because we could walk up and see the silent movie memorial too. We'll do both, but we'll go in here first. It's a little shadier. So for any new friend, there is like, for a small rural town. And again, tell me in the comments what's something where you live that doesn't look like much, but has like some incredible history with it. We're in Cuddebackville, JP. We're in Cuddebackville, about to go in. I think it's the Rural Valley Cemetery. I never remember the name of this cemetery. Angela always does a good job of remembering the name of this cemetery better than I do. Hello, baby. There's little flutterbys. Little flutterbys in the flowers. Good morning, babies. Are the flowers sweet? They can't be sweeter than you. No insult to the flowers, though. Everybody here is super sweet. This is a historic cemetery we're about to go in. Everything is so hot and rain-dusted this morning. I am sweating. It is a hot summer day. In the cemetery we're about to go in, as you can see here, Benjamin Eaton. This is what first drew me into this cemetery when I moved into these parts about 18 months ago. Actually, it'll be going on 2 years ago soon enough, come the fall. Benjamin Eaton, member of Washington's bodyguard, lies buried here. Indeed, Benjamin Eaton was a bodyguard for General George Washington, first president of the United States. And he lies buried here, for whatever reason. He got buried here. That'd be curious to find out, like, why here? But let's go see him. He means a lot to this community now because of Dragonflyzilla and Stones Fan and others of you guys. We all just kind of arbitrarily got into the history mystery about Benjamin Eaton. And we've learned so much about him. He was apparently 108 years old and was in like a lot of the major battles of the American Revolution back in the day. Kicked off on July 4th, officially, 1776. Happy birthday this week to America. Let's go see all these big puddles. We had such big storms last night. Vinny, we're sort of upstate. How did we do that? Oh, he's a fly. There's like a little creature on my gimbal. He flew away. No, we're in Cuddebackville, New York. And, you know, that word upstate is so relative, right? Like, I feel like this is just a travel tip. We were talking about, earlier today, differences in names for things between different countries. Or Sebastian was teaching us, like, how vans seem to be more popular in Sweden and other parts of Europe than, say, pickup trucks. And then we were learning how pickup trucks seem to be invented by Henry Ford. Like, pickup trucks are American-ier. That term upstate, if you live in New York City, you might consider where I'm standing upstate New York. But if you live in New York State, outside New York City, you probably wouldn't consider where I'm standing upstate New York. We are standing in the town of Cuddebackville. There it is, Cuddebackville, New York. Again, about 90 minutes northwest of New York City, in New York's Hudson Valley, if you were driving by car with no traffic. Cuddebackville, as you can see, Cuddeback, right? Cuddeback was a family name. There was Colonel. I learned I've been mispronouncing it. He ultimately was a colonel. Colonel Cuddeback. Colonel William Cuddeback fought honorably during the War of 1812, apparently, and is for whom this town is named, where I'm standing. He really apparently was somebody who would slug it out. This slug available for your visual pun opportunities. Colonel Cuddeback really slugged it out during the War of 1812. Thank you, my friend. Yes, Stephen. Cuddebackville is inside the town of Deer Park. Great Cuddebackville is really a hamlet. A hamlet or a village? One of those two things. Yes, we're in the town of Deer Park. So, and Martha Cuddeback, the Cuddebacks, it wasn't just Colonel Cuddeback that, made some history. Martha Cuddeback, as you can see, was another Cuddeback. She formalized this historic cemetery in 1906, although graves in here go all the way back to the American Revolution. And there were all different Cuddebacks. The Cuddeback family was had a lot of impact out in this part of Western. I'd love to meet a Cuddeback one day. The Cuddebacks were very impactful in this part of Western Orange County in New York. They were descended from a French Huguenot. I know that's a very Americanized way of pronouncing that word. Back in the day, in the 1600s, there were a group of folks, French Protestant folks, who wanted to they were looking for a place to sort of settle, to be able to practice their religion safely. And they ultimately landed, at least some of them anyway, in America, in this part of New York. Some of them landed in the town of New Paltz, New York. There's another hamlet right up the road from here called Huguenot, New York. And so Jacques Cuddeback, the original French name, I understand, Jacques Cuddeback, was one of the original French Huguenots who came here in the 1600s, and his lineage led to the Cuddebacks, the Americanized Cuddebacks. And you can see there's lots of Cuddeback family members buried in this particular cemetery. And he was not a Cuddeback, but coming up is indeed the grave of Benjamin Eaton, who was a bodyguard of George Washington. You see Jason Voorhees just go outside? Hey, Patrick, I got a question for you. I'm asking you in front of everybody. I can ask you separately. I don't mean to peer pressure you. So, guys, tomorrow we got a big day. We were talking about it last night. It's time to vote tomorrow on our community experience for the month. Once a month, like at the beginning of the month, I think we're enjoying this. Let me know if we're not. At the beginning of the month, we're voting on something big to fundraise for, big-ish, to do at the end of every month. And so we're looking for our thing to do for the month of July. We just did, last month, we did fundraising to go to the top of the Empire State Building. And we did it this past Sunday. Special thanks to, of course, to all of you, with particular thanks to folks like Trisha, Tommy Collins, Robert J. Bannon, Jeff Hickman, Madeline. There's so many of you that were particularly, thank you for everybody, the subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for your help. I think we had a lovely day last Sunday. I thank you so much for it at the Empire State Building. So it's what do we want to do here at the end of July? One of my thoughts, Patrick, was would you like to do our meetup? Would you like to have yourself just go outside as something to vote for? But you guys generated a lot of great ideas last night. Japan Punk, no, I actually had the opportunity to go this year, but I wasn't, there was an opportunity to go, but it just turned out to be not a good night. Have you been? There you go, Stones fans. So we're looking at, I'm going to pin this comment. So this is the grave of a bodyguard of General George Washington, Benjamin Eaton. And I'm pinning Stones fans' comment because, as you can see, take a look at Stones fans' comment versus the memorial. There are no years on this memorial of the birth or passing year of Benjamin Eaton, right? The only years on this memorial are the years that Benjamin Eaton served George Washington. It's Stones fan and others of you who actually looked up his birth year and ending year. Apparently, right, he lived from March 26, 1717 to October 16th, 1825, 108 years. Oh, you were going to this afternoon, but the weather is stopping you, Japan Punk. I don't blame you. It's a rough time of year for some outdoor stuff, really. In my opinion, summer is so hard. Like, I'm sweating right now, and it's only going to get hotter out here, if that's what you mean. But feel free to clarify. Bonjour, Jeff Hickman. Thanks for the roses. So that's... I love learning with you guys. Celtic Wolf, what's going on? Right? I don't know what you guys think. Should we have Patrick just go outside? It's another option, because we could go north, where I assume it's a little cooler. We're looking for something for July and August. I'd like to keep in mind something that could be like air conditioned or going someplace on the cooler side. Celtic Wolf! Boop, 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 boop. Celtic Wolf has spotted a paper crane, taking us halfway to our live goal. Thank you, Miss Angela. I've got my water in the car. As soon as we finish, I'm going to go settle in and make sure I get a bunch of water. That's a good, like, reminders today, guys. If you're in the Northeast New York, at least, check your weather and do make sure you hydrate. That heat will sneak up on you. So Patrick, that's nice. So no pressure, Patrick. Yeah, right. He guarded his own body quite well for all those years, right, Rexsucker? Benjamin Eaton. John's mom, thank you so much for the follow. Celtic Wolf, boop, boop, boop. Celtic Wolf is keen-eyed. Celtic Wolf, thank you so much. You are quite keen-eyed, and I appreciate your ability to spot those paper cranes here. There's Celtic Wolf. She's sending bunches of roses. I thank her oh so much today. Thank you, dear Celtic. Celtic Wolf, most recently, the spontaneous producer of our King Kong reenactment. Celtic Wolf was very inspired. Oh no, I dropped my leaf. I found this leaf, guys. It's like the first autumnal leaf. Oh my God, there's a dinosaur! Everybody run! Robert J. Bannon. It's crazy. This is crazy. So we found this earlier. It's like, we've had so much rain. It's like a legit autumny leaf. Like, gorgeous. Like, but summer just started. Is anybody else here like... Oh, I started talking about that before. There are like these videos going around. I don't know if any of you guys are seeing them too. That's making the joke like 1 minute after the last July 4th firework, boom, Halloween decorations. Is anybody like that? I'm like debating being like that this year. Benjamin was eating a healthy diet. There you go, Rexsucker. Right? Like that longevity is fascinating. I love my wings. You're saying your daughter is in Buffalo. She plays for the Bills drumline, the Stampede. That's awesome. Love my wings. How fun. Have you gotten to see her in person to do that? Oh, I see, Patrick. Oh, okay. Patrick is saying if you send enough dinosaurs. I'm sorry, I wasn't picking up on that. Is Robert J., was that why you sent the dinosaurs? So should we put, if you guys don't know, Patrick of Just Go Outside fame is a fellow travel vlogger. Patrick, I think you've been with this community since like the beginning, practically. You, Rick, Lise, gosh, like, and I thank you all. And Patrick is a fellow travel vlogger from upstate New York, covering like the Adirondacks and beyond, Lake Placid areas, basically on like the Canadian border. And we've been talking for a while on and again and off again for doing a meetup. So that's just a thought, no pressure. But there were some other great ideas last night too. So we could totally stick that in there as something to vote for. We talked about maybe an in-between-Z spot like Ithaca, New York or something. Here we go. I'm like, why am I winded? Oh yeah, the hill. Look at these guys. They're like here to root us on. Get it? Root us on. We did it. Yay! 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 Love My Wing says your daughter loves working for them. You've not been to a game, but this year you plan to. You're in Michigan. Gotcha. Oh, well, may you guys have so much fun at your opportunity to meet up. Lovely. Hello, Paul. Is this walkway in... We were just talking about ditches. Hi, Dolly. How are you? Let's see who else is good morninging. Hi, Joe Dude. Just Go Outside says we should hit up Lake Placid. Oh, that's cool. That'd be kind of fun for its Olympic history ahead of the next Olympics in Paris coming up. It's an interesting idea. That could totally be fun. Lake Placid. Yes, I know. I'm like moving through the standing water stones, man. But I love that we've seen all these little tiny frogs this morning, too. They're so cute. So we're in Orange County. Again, welcome, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night. Wherever you are in the world. I'm Katie, the Curious Katydid. You're joining me on a morning walk. This is at the Rural Valley Cemetery right now in a town called Cuddebackville, New York. Again, about 90 minutes northwest of New York City, if there were no traffic. Hello to Jeremy. Good morning. And I'm just having a morning walk. This is what we call our Saturday morning mini walk. We're walking between, there's a local park down the hill that we just left. And I'm looking, it is, I think last year we're on the Benjamin Eaton Stag Watch. Last year, like 3 times we bumped into this beautiful stag or buck, whatever word you know. Hello to Kevin. But I think when we met him, it was like later in the summer, if I'm remembering right? Like it was like later in the summer. It was like a Friday night we randomly ended up out here. But we met up with him 3 times. And he was like so curious about us each time. So I'm wondering if maybe we won't see him again until later in the summer or the fall. Maybe that's more when he comes out. But this was the first place where we ever saw him. One time he was sitting right there. He was like sitting right by the grave right there. Dolly, I'm glad if you love it. Whoa, it's so sunny over here. All right, we're going to turn around. Oh, this is a hot summer sun, people. Definitely hydrate and take it easy out there today. I wondered if the thunderstorms we had overnight would kind of knock things down to like a much cooler temperature this morning. So that happened for like a moment. So definitely look out for yourselves today out there. I like the sun for about a moment. And then I'm like, let's get in the shade. I'm a shady girl. Not in practice. I try not to be shady in practice. More in environment. Oh my goodness. So tell me, you guys, what have you got going on this weekend? Right? We had in America anyway, right? We had our July 4th holiday on Thursday. Are people planning to like lay low this weekend and sleep? Are you extending your celebrations? Seeing family? We're planning to kind of lay low today. I know I can feel it. Like after I've got a lot happening in my life right now, like transformationally. And I can feel today is a good day to be like, I will turn on the air conditioner and take a nap. And remind myself that basically everything is quiet and closed. It's like I can feel it. My body's like, let's just try to take our mind off things and like let the world be. I'm like, okay, let's try to do that. And I definitely want to be rested up because tomorrow is Sunday. Oh, hi. Were you reaching out for a high five and we missed you? High five, buddy. He was like, we're like walking along, look at him. He's like reaching out. I always think this. It's like he's reaching out. High five, man. Thank you for being a plant. I'll hug you gently because it looks like you have little prickles. But I see you. Boop. You are seen and appreciated for your prettiness. Oops. I love a little vine. How are you? I am Vine. Stones fan. That's it. The pun that was right on time. A storybook by Stones fan. As Katie passed the vine, Stones fan chimed, "How are you? I am Vine." Well done, Stones fan. High five, man. I love it. Let's go under my favorite part. Nice and shady. Jersey Mike taught us these are cypress trees. Or taught me anyway. Maybe you guys already knew that. Look at these puddles. There's so many big old puddles this morning up here where I am. What? Guys, what's happening? Discover the vault? Do you guys see that? Oh, I accidentally hit a filter. I was like, what? That was so weird. Love my wings! Celebrate, love my wings, come on! Love my wings is a new subscriber. Love my wings! Oh my gosh, love my wings, that's so lovely, thank you so much! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I want to sing! Thank you, love my wings. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for subscribing here. I'll get my Alanis on. Pull out my 90s nostalgia. I guess that's sort of early 2000s nostalgia. Love my wings. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. You're a did! You're a did, love my wings. It's true. You did it. Hi, James. Jeremy, it's a good day to do water stuff. The moon is in Cancer and a good night for the moon. I appreciate that. If you're somebody who is Julie, truly, look at him. Oh my goodness. That makes me like puppy dog. That's, oh my goodness. What's the story of that robo dog? Julie, truly, how you doing? Oh my goodness. What a moment here. What a beautiful spot. This shall be the spot where I remember that Love My Wings subscribed and Julie truly dispatched robo puppies for us to pet and play with. Petting and playing with the racing rover. This is, definitely my favorite part of the cemetery is this beautiful tree-lined path. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Not that you have to. You can tell me in the comments, so far, what's one thing you've enjoyed on the walk this morning? Hi, Stephen. Jeremy, would it be like any water stuff? Like just going swimming or sticking your feet in a stream? And what would be a good moon thing to do? If you're into that sort of, stuff. Beryl, do we get a lot of humidity with this? Yes, we do. New York is indubitably, in my experience in this part of New York State and New Jersey where I grew up, summers get totally what I call swampy, humid. I like the morning and the evening. Mornings and the evenings and this is just my let me know in the comments what you like about summer, if you like summer. I just love how golden and shimmering everything is. Dr. Scott is here. Bonjour, Dr. Scott. Thanks for the roses. You're oh so sweet. I thank you so. You might go to the park instead of walking downtown today, Jeremy. That's cool. Dolly, I'm so happy seeing everybody here. And I definitely welcome any new friends. Like, new friends, come on in, don't be shy. You might see there's like yes, at this point in time, right, there's definitely a group of folks who kind of know each other well enough, but we're always looking for new friends. At this channel, like, we never mean to leave anybody out. The joy of travel, in my opinion, is like meeting new people, making a new friend, new perspectives, new experiences. And I thank my moderators. I know they try, and we're here to uplift any new voices in the room if we spot anybody. And indeed, to acknowledge, thank you, Angela, for reminding me about the time. He was so cute, Julie, truly. That little racing rover was so cute. Thank you, Julie. Julie, we know. Julie shared with us last night. Julie is a lady home alone. Her family has gone away. Julie, what hijinks have you gotten up to? Have you, like, eaten pizza in your pajamas and, like, not yet cleaned up after yourself? Like, that's what I would do. I'd be like, guess what? I'm leaving these dishes for the morning. Like, right? I'm having my pizza, sticking it in the fridge and having it for breakfast. Hello to James Osvatic. Hello to James. And by the way, I just want to shout out Love My Wings. Like, just... I'm just pitting your I'm a did comment. If you're curious, here at the Curious Katie Did community, that's literally, the did stands for, like, we did it. Like, again, for anybody who's new, just so you know what you're tuning into, the base premise here is just like, we're traveling life inside and out. And I come at it from the perspective of just where I live in New York State, in the Hudson Valley area of New York. But I am so proud of each and every one of you. You're doing it. We're all doing life here. I was curious to play with TikTok and see what I could do. And now I'm curious to see what we can do as I've gotten to know all of you. So to be a did just means, like, that dids thing, it just means, like, you did it. Like, I'm celebrating you. Like, when you wear the dids badge as a subscriber, like, I thank you for helping us to make this community what it is. I thought this could be a beautiful fairy apartment. Look at this. Doesn't that look like Winnie the Pooh could live right there? Like, this is Winnie the Pooh's Tim Burton home in the cemetery. Maybe. The dew points there go to 70 to 75 during the summer, Stephen. So everybody in this community, one way or another. Robert J. Bennett has spotted a love goblin in the sky. Thank you for joining the team. Joining the team is a great way to get started here, if you like. No pressure, though. I know what it's like to not have a penny in my pocket, let alone be able to spend a penny to join a team. So I just thank you all for being here. It's not a community whose team is worth joining, not a team worth sending a roads to without the fabulousness of all of you here. So thank you for... Dr. Scott! Boop, 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 boop. Thank you so much for the paper crane. Yay! Dr. Scott! Dr. Scott carried us to the live goal today. He's helped us in a paper crane way. And Julie truly sending racing rovers. And Love My Wings becoming a subscriber. Thank you all. And Robert J. Bennon's like, shut up, Katie, reset the goal. Sorry, Robert. I know. We got to get our gas tank filled for the travel. Sorry, Robert. What should we look for in the spooky cemetery? If autumn is showing some signs, maybe we need something magical. Let's see here. Maybe we should look for, like, I don't know, what could be a strange magical creature? Or maybe what could be here? Maybe the hedgehogs. Maybe the tiny hedgehogs. Little ghosty hedgehogs. Guardians of the cemetery. Julie, yes! Julie, girl. Oh gosh, Julie, I'm trying to think. Will this be your first Halloween with us, Julie? Julie, I remember it was Cornwall, New York, where you joined our community. I remember talking to you in the gift shop. This will be your first Halloween. So for those of you who are new, and this is maybe good. I mean, it's only July, so we can keep talking about it. But Halloween, I love Halloween, and it's always a special time in this community. We try to do something each week in October that's special. Last year, for example, Jersey Mike took us on a tour of Blairstown, New Jersey, where Friday the 13th was filmed. We did fun stuff. But Sleepy Hollow, that's literally where we have gone for Halloween. Like, Julie, you're showing your kindred spiritosities. Julie is psychic. Whoa. I don't know if you'll find this interesting or morbid or what, but there seems to be like a bone. If you heard that buzz, there's like flies all over it looks almost like a pelvic bone or something. Do you guys see that? The flies are cleaning up like a bone. Tim Burton definitely is hanging out this morning in the cemetery. But yeah, Sleepy Hollow is where we have gone for the last 3 Halloweens of this community. Or 2 or 3. 3 maybe. Will this be our 4th Halloween? I have to look. It's our 3rd or 4th Halloween this year. And we've gone to Sleepy Hollow. And both times that we've gone, we go right to the Headless Horseman Bridge, like the bridge that was actually featured in the story. And we read the passage where Ichabod Crane is running from the Headless Horseman right on the actual bridge. So you guys got to let me know. Hey, Watcher. Oh my gosh, is the Watcher here? Talk about it. OG. This is Old Home Week. How's it going, Watcher? Maybe for a Deer Strikers mom. How's it going? So what do you guys, I mean, this is early speculation, but should we just kind of keep going to Sleepy Hollow? Because the rest of October we can play with and kind of do lots of different things. We were invited back to, do you guys remember when we went to the cheesecake place? If you're new here, a few weeks ago, we tried a little town that we'd never been to before called Washingtonville, New York. And we found, Greg Fetz is a hedgehog, the spirit, the guardian, the hedgehogs are the guardian spirits, clearly, of this old graveyard, keeping watch for respectful travelers. Thank you, Graveyard, for your beautiful visit. You're biased, but you'd love to see Sleepy Hollow. I mean, it just, because our community grows every year, and it might be fun to just keep going back there. Salem lease? Okay, let's get Salem in this year, guys. Okay, so so last year, I'm going to spin this around for a second. Let's have a chat about Salem. Guys, it is really, sorry, I'm like a mess. It is very sweaty out here this morning. So Salem, we talked about doing Salem last year. I want to pick, this is a good time of year to pick your brains about Salem, because a lot of you were saying in October that Salem, oh, thanks, Angela, gosh. I'm just looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, it is like that sweaty. It is so warm this morning. But it's okay. I'm okay. But I'm just like, wow, it's definitely summer. So Salem, I was learning from some of you guys that October gets really, really, really super crowded. Lisa's saying October is insane for Salem. So if we do Salem, like, I feel like we should definitely get Salem in there. I would love to do that with you guys. So when should we do it? Maybe we could do it like the first weekend of October or something. Like, try to get in there like early. We could also go right after Halloween. I mean, we could just say, because, another idea, when we go out on Sundays, it usually is pretty empty. Like, we go out Sunday mornings. So even like, you guys have seen, like, when we go to New York City, it's usually pretty chill. Maybe first weekend of November. James is saying September, early November. After you get the good sales, Jeremy. It's a glow. There you go, Watcher. Oh my gosh, I have my little, like, sweat stash. Like, this is life, guys. Oh my gosh. So, it's always set for spooky time, right? Right? It is, I'm telling, well, and this is just me too. Like, if it gets above like 75 for Katie, for this one, this is just me. If it gets above like 75 and it's at all humid, like, I'm definitely a fall and winter baby. I do walk a lot, Kevin. Oh my goodness. So yeah, all right, so let's think about that. Let's do Salem this year. Let's do it. Let's get Salem in the lineup for Halloween this year. And maybe we could do it. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to drive people crazy. We talked about doing Long Island at the end of September for that scavenger hunt. We could reorder things too. We could do like, I keep dropping this leaf. We could do like Salem at the end of September and then put like Long Island at the end of November. I don't know. I'm glad if you think it's pretty, Julie. 70 is your max lease. Like, I hear you. But let's see here. I want to scroll back. I don't want to miss people's comments. I'm so sorry if I miss people's comments. October 2nd is your birthday, Jeremy? I'm an October baby too. A part of me is tempted to just say, forget it and let's go to Salem in October. That'd be fun to go like on my birthday weekend with you guys. I'm just scrolling back. Nothing like hey Katie and Maya, nothing like an early AM walk at a cemetery to make you appreciate your day. Striker's mom. Kevin in Peru. Kevin, how is Peru right now? Julie, I just caught your plans, Julie. Yeagle, sending friendship. Friendship ain't rare. Thanks to Yeagle sending friendship, guys. Friendship ain't rare. So, Julie, you were early to bed, stayed in bed late, binging Chicago Med this morning with no guilt. Girl. Julie, good for you. Jeremy says to swing under the moonlight. Oh, James, thank you. I appreciate you being here. So, Jeremy, okay, I just wanted to scroll back because there were some lovely answers to the questions I asked, and I didn't want to miss them. Among other things, I had asked, so Jeremy was saying, from their astrological perspective, if one is into astrology, that it's a good day to do something about the moon. That today set a phase of good intentions for yourself. Write the good intentions that you want on a paper if you like, and fold it. And then fold it towards yourself. Interesting. Set it under a bottle of water under the moonlight and retrieve before the morning sun. Interesting. Rawr. Sometimes I think that like big trucks like that or backhoes and stuff, that there was a time, once upon a time, because they're like dragons, you know how like we talk about dragons so much, but like, where are they? This is just in my imagination. But sometimes I tell myself the story like, once upon a time, there were in fact dragons who flew high in the sky. And perhaps the White Witch of Narnia, or some such, took over the land and turned the dragons into the backhoes and trucks, subduing them and harnessing them as the threat to her power seemed so great. So too, she has harnessed all of the powerful wizards and witches, transforming them into muggles who go about their work, unless Keanu Reeves can wake them up and make them remember their power. I don't know. But sometimes big trucks, as they roar past, big trucks sometimes just remind me, I'm like, that must be a dragon under a spell. So this, by the way, see this historic marker, Cuddebackville, New York. This is where we're standing, Cuddebackville, New York. Something else, like Cuddebackville really is so tiny. It's a tiny hamlet village. Very few people today. As you can see, it's just like plants and a few people. But actually, Cuddebackville, like, did you know this? Some of my returning friends may recall this fact, but Cuddebackville, Fort Lee, New Jersey, and New York City, those three places, this town, Cuddebackville, New York, Fort Lee, New Jersey, and New York City are actually responsible for Hollywood. Eventually, the filmmakers all moved out to Los Angeles because it was way easier for a lot of reasons to make movies out there. But the original American film industry started in part right here where I'm standing, literally. As you can see here, this marker, Silent Movies, the site of the old Cuddeback Inn, a hotel where silent film director D.W. Griffith's cast and crew lodged while filming movies highlighting local scenery in 1909 to 1911. And this historic marker doesn't even Share it all. Charlie Chaplin, Mary Pickford. Bye, Julie. Have a wonderful day. Patty Z. No, this is not 209 Patty. What is this? Oakland Valley Road? I think this is Oakland Valley Road. We're right off 209. Exactly, Coco. We are in Cuddebackville. Cuddebackville, New York. That name, Cuddeback, the Cuddeback Inn. Cuddeback was, earlier I was talking about Jacques Cuddeback. He was a Huguenot, one of the French Huguenots who came over here in the 1600s. And his descendants, that was Americanized to Cuddeback. And the Cuddebacks, one way or another, did a lot to influence the construction of this area. But something, like literally, if you look this up, it's like you'll find it too. Cuddebackville, like this little town, was where a lot of silent movie stuff happens. Just over the border in Milford, Pennsylvania, was also where a lot of silent film artists stayed. But the silent movie industry really got started here in Cuddebackville, Fort Lee, New Jersey, and New York City. And then over the decades, they realized Los Angeles would make a lot more sense for a lot of reasons. But Hollywood owes its roots in part to this little town where we're standing. So just sharing some history. Those are like my main facts about Cuddebackville. Again, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for the likes, the shares, the follows. And thank you so much for just being you and being curious. I had no idea what would happen a couple years ago when I started fooling around with that live button. And how lucky I am to have found all of you. Thank you all for coming and having fun with me. Tomorrow is our big day for anybody who's new here. This is sort of our last stop for the week to fundraise to fill our gas tank ahead of our summer Sunday travels. Every Sunday we take walking tours of different towns all around the Hudson Valley area of New York where I live. And if you tune in tomorrow, probably around 9 a.m. Eastern, we'll have our vote for our community experience for the month, where once a month we do something extra special that we extra special fundraise for. Last month we built up enough funds to go to the top of the Empire State Building, which we did last week. What shall we do this month? Think up some ideas. You guys came up with some great ideas last night. Welcome to the next part of our tour. I'm Katie, the Curious Katydid, your NPC travel guide. Please insert 1 rose to begin. Please insert 1 rose to begin. The D&H Canal Heritage Trail Walk. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Robert, for helping to initiate the walk. Hi, Maria. How's it going? Thank you, Pirate. Thank you, Pirate. Thank you, Yeagle. Thank you, Yeagle. Welcome to our morning Delaware and Hudson Canal Heritage Walk. I'm Katie, your NPC tour guide. Please sit back and enjoy. Do tuck in your arms and elbows as if it's sticking out of your phone. You have much bigger problems than the rest of us. You might want to check your 5th dimensional integrity. Jeremy, what is your thought for the day? I would love to hear your thought. Is that Miss Margaret? Oh, good. We have friends old and new. Last belly bender's like, I'm tucked. Naomi, welcome. I won't be silly, Naomi, welcome. This is the old tow path, T-O-W, towing path of the Delaware and Hudson Canal. This is an old, we told the story earlier, we can tell it again. Let me know again. I know we have a little changing of the guard as our morning unfolds. This little ditch to my right, the motto of this morning is don't ditch the history of this ditch to my right. This is actually, especially this weekend of July 4th for America. Happy birthday, America, yay! Jeremy, this is beautiful. You're making me think of Julie watching her Chicago Med with no shame, right? We are not here to do. We are here to just be. Take time to just breathe today. Jeremy, I appreciate your thought. Maybe you're getting a beat on me. Things have been kind of upside down in my house the last couple of weeks. There's a lot of change and transformation is taking place. And a part of me has felt impatient. And I can try to like race myself. But I know it's important for me to learn to sit with things incomplete. As much as I hate that feeling. But it's important to sort of be with something. And sometimes I'm more patient. Do you guys ever find that? It's like sometimes I can be more patient about things being incomplete than others. But right now I'm like, Jeremy, I appreciate your comment. I want to be like this guy. Slugging it out. If you need Jeremy's thought, it's okay to sit still. It's okay to let something be undone. Telling that to myself too. Beautiful summer heat. Beautiful summer rain. We had such a storm last night. You guys will get to see if you hang on, if you weren't here earlier. We had a huge thunderstorm last night. And there was a big tree that fell in this park and crushed, or partly crushed, one of the historic houses on the property here. But yes, this is the old towing path for part of the Delaware and Hudson Canal of 1828. That's the ditch to my right here. This used to be a completed, up and proper running canal. Let's see, we should tell the story, maybe we'll tell the story again, but from a different character's point of view. I was doing a bad Sophia Petrillo impression. Who's like another character we could like tell the point of view from. We're very close to Bashakil. This is not Bashakil, AJ. Bashakil is, I'm going to pin this. This is another, I would say, a travel tip again for these parts. Bashakil is a beautiful wildlife preserve. Probably about 10 minutes from where I'm standing. 7 to 10 minutes from where I'm standing if you drive. Beautiful marshes. I can't imagine the wildlife you'd see in there today in the fecund summer heat. But let's see. Maybe I'll try a bad Doc Brown impression. How's that? Great Scott! Great Scott, Marty, I need your help. We have to piece back together the history of the ditch to my right. It was a very important canal back in American history. Marty, your parents, we have to get them back together. They used to work on the Delaware and Hudson Canal. Okay, that's a terrible Doc Brown. So, the fecundity of the summer. But great Scott, history is wherever we go. Maybe Marty McFly's great-grandparents worked on the Delaware and Hudson Canal. Apparel things. You're from Pine Bush, AJK. Awesome. Welcome. Isn't that so cool, guys? We get folks from all over the country, all over the world, and even local folks. If you don't know who I am, just welcome to our new friends this morning again. My name is Katie. In real life, I'm a clinically trained dating and couples coach. I love helping single folks, coupled folks, any folks with all manners of love. But on the weekends, I'm just a lady who likes to travel. And a couple years ago, I started fooling around with that TikTok live button. And something beautiful grew, bigger than me. So wonderful, in my opinion. Something grew bigger than me, and it was all of you. This is a travel community you have stumbled onto. The bread and butter is really Sundays. Tomorrow, if you're new, you're just in time. Keep us in mind for tomorrow morning between 7 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. Eastern or so. I take different walking tours of various towns around the Hudson Valley area of New York where I live. That's the area up above New York City, up and down the Hudson River. If you pull out a map, you'll find what I'm talking about. If you care to, no pressure. And never mean to insinuate, though, that that part of the world is better or worse than anywhere else. Here we like to just celebrate each other and travel and life inside and out. So if you're somebody, like I try to think of this as an interactive live. All I ask is that, we make it a safe space for everybody here to just relax. I take walks, like in real life, I take walks in the morning to relax and get my steps so my doctor doesn't bop me on the head, But I love being outside. And I want to make this a safe space for other people to relax however you come. So if you know about what we're seeing, please feel free to chime in because we love travel tips. Or if you know about trees, you don't have to know about the Hudson Valley. If you know about trees or flowers, or if you want to tell us, this reminds me of a great park near where I live, Katie. I live in Luxembourg and there's a beautiful park. We'd love to hear about it. Goodness, Matthew, what is that like for you to know that that is part of the history there, where you live? Tim G, Hyde Park. Yeah, Hyde Park is Dutchess. We're not in Dutchess. We're in Orange, just to make sure you know. We're in a town right now called Cuddebackville, New York, in Orange County. Hyde Park is absolutely drop unalived gorgeous, but it's across the river from where I'm standing and further north. Hyde Park is in Dutchess County. My returning friends may recognize when I say the following. It's near Rhinebeck, where Sam's Sweet Shop is, that candy shop that Paul Rudd owns. We have visited there. Hi, DC on your radio. What's going on? How are you doing today, friend? Hi, squirrel. We've met so much little wildlife this morning. DC on your radio. Hey, Odd Thomas, what's going on? Odd Thomas, champion speak and spell. At least there was a squirrel. He ran. He skittered away. Yeah, the silent film stuff, AJK, we were just talking about that. Cuddebackville, New York is known probably best for the Delaware and Hudson Canal. This is a canal that basically helped restabilize the early American economy following the War of 1812, just predating the prominence of the railroads. We could do straight tour guide. Or maybe we could do Mary Poppins before we borrowed from Sophia Petrillo to tell the story of the history. Just a spoonful of history helps our decisions go down. Decisions go down. Decisions go down. Just a spoonful of history helps our decisions go down in a wise and useful way. Welcome. When there's a job to be done, I say it's good to include elements of fun, like learning our local history. To my right, let us jump into the painting. What is going on? What's that? Oh my gosh, another filter randomly turned on. What is going on? I think the phone is making choices on its own, guys. This is kind of a relevant filter, though. It's kind of pretty. Ah! What's going on? Snookums, we're about 90 minutes. I believe it's about 50 to 75 miles, something like that. Excellent question. DC, oh thanks. Greg Fetz has spotted a chubby and charming little hedgehog, a guardian of these woods, from what I understand. Greg Fetz must be kind of heart indeed to have manifested such a beautiful hedgehog. I thank you, Greg. Welcome to my Bad Mary Poppins. Hello, OHJO. Welcome. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious history is what we're doing right now. I'm Katie, the Curious Katydid, giving you a Bad Mary Poppins to quickly review the history of the 1828 Delaware and Hudson Canal. Don't ditch the history of this ditch to my right. You'll regret it if you're into the history of canals. You want a canal after you leave here this morning. You don't want a can't-nal. Don't can't-nal, canal. Here with me. Sorry if that's cringy. What happens to you when you're alone in the woods? This is what happens to me, particularly on a hot summer morning. So, Snookums, we were just saying all this. Oh, Robert J. Bennett, we hit the live goal. Oh no. Odd Thomas, there's like filter chaos happening. So let me see here. I don't know if Ahmad's going to beat me to it, but maybe I'll post the history real quick because all of a sudden a lot of people seem to be asking about it. Oh, you know what? I'll do a sticker. Pardon me as I stick. I'll stick a sticker. We've said Cuddebackville so many times it's like knows what I'm typing. I wonder how much like text I could put in here. D&H. There we go. Ta-da! There is where we are. And more specifically, so we're in the town of Cuddebackville, New York, in Orange County, in New York's Hudson Valley, about 90 minutes northwest of New York City, if you were driving by car with no traffic, literally at the Delaware and Hudson Canal Park. Cuddebackville is arguably famous and significant for this canal, and also the fact that it was one of the 3 towns responsible for the American movie film industry predating Hollywood. Oh yes, and Robert J. Bannon. I hear you, Robert J. RJB. Thank you, Greg and RJB, for helping us fulfill our latest live goal. What else might we find in these spooky, spooky woods? I swear there might be little ghosties in the woods. Could there be? Right, it's so quiet. What else could be lurking in the woods? Maybe. I wonder. Should we go for something crazy? I've never done this before, guys. We'll see. Is it possible somebody will spot? I don't know. Is it possible somebody would spot a baby dragon? Dun dun dun. We can change that. But we'll see. Is it possible there's a baby dragon lurking in the woods? We'll find out. If not, I'm sure there are roses and some such other things. We never know unless we look. I believe it's out there. It'd be cool to spot a dragon in the woods. Bonjour, Jeff Hickman. Thanks for the roses. Those enchanted roses definitely help power the channel, and I appreciate all of you for it. Look at it. There's a little baby deer. Is that Cat in the room? Cat the Muse, who inspired the great community hit, Cat's a Cool Cat. There was totally a little baby deer who just like wandered in. Odd Thomas, you often wear your Bigfoot shirt when you walk in the woods just in case so you seem friendly. It's like wearing the Bigfoot family album. Like, I'm one of you. Don't worry. Wandali joining the team this morning. How are you, sweetie? Yes, AJK. What? What? Robert J. Bannon. Guys, did you see that in the woods? Robert J. Bannon, holy smokes. Robert J. Bannon totally manifested a dragon for us, guys. These woods are magical. And Robert J. Bannon, dude. Oh my goodness. Manifested a dragon for us, dude. Urgh. I don't know if that hug is okay. Is it okay? I've given you a big summer sweaty hug, dude. Oh my gosh. Well done. Thank you so much. A dragon has blessed our travels. Thank you to everybody this morning for the roses, the paper cranes, the blessings to our travels. And thank you to Robert J. Bannon for the baby dragon, also blessing our travels. My goodness. Mad Dog, how are you? This just in. Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much. Oh my goodness. I gotta sing. It's time for the Julie Andrews spin. Oh, aren't you all amazing? You're my favorite part because you see, you help us all to travel. I have to warm up still. All of you for building this here community. Thanks for your company and thanks for the roses. Thanks for your sense of humor too. Traveling life with you could never be boring, true. I'm so lucky to have all of you. Oh, on this sweaty morning, I hope you don't mind a stinky hug from me to you. You guys are like the bestest, every single one of you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh, let's have some ice cream as we finish up. What do you think? You guys are like the bestest. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's have some, Lori, let's have an ice cream party to finish this up, if anyone's so inclined. Oh my goodness, let's hand out ice cream party here on a Saturday. Smile Power is in the room. Cat's a cool cat, cat's a cool cat. All the dogs are saying that, cat's a cool cat. Should we sing a cat? Jeff Hickman, lead singer of Venus, is here. Oh my goodness. Sugar, sugar, do, 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 do. Oh, Wandali, honey, do, 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 do. Thanks for the ice cream, friends. You're sweet until the end. We can have a little dance party in the woods. Cat's a cool cat. Cat's a cool cat. All the dogs are saying that. Cat's a cool cat. Cat's a cool cat. Cat's a cool cat. All the dogs are saying that. Cat's a cool cat. Doghouse says that. Cat's a cool cat. Celtic Wolf says that. Cat's a cool cat. Cat's a cool cat. Cat's a cool cat. All the dogs are saying that. Cat's a cool cat. We need like the Robert J. Bannon song too. RJB, RJB. RJB, the way to be. We need like the RJB rap. We gotta work on that, RJB. What a morning, you guys. Hi, Kristen's kids. Robert J. Bannon, would you like your own favorite song? Like your own song? We gotta like songify everybody in this community. That could be like, we have 3 fictional rock bands in this community. If you've always wanted to join a rock band, you might want to consider ours, because it's only fictional obligations. We're the hardest working fictional rock bands in show business. Like, guys, I fictionally practiced like 25 hours this week. It was crazy. Sugar, sugar, do, 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 do. Oh, Jeff Hickman, honey, do, 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 do. Thanks for the ice cream, friend. You're delicious to the end. 22,000 likes. Stones fan. It's hot out. That's why it's getting so hot around here. Look at this. All of you. Once again, I get distracted by the trees and the leaves. You guys sent those snails earlier, didn't you? Sending them out to distract me so you could boop everything. You know this can't stand. That's it. Should we? Everybody can get in on this. This cannot stand. I like stuff where we all do like, I can't, like, no. As soon as we get in the shade, I'm throwing some shade. What is going on here? That's it. Because it's time. Betty Boop is in the room. Betty Boop, because you know what's happening. You guys have been up to nothing but mischief up here. 20 to almost 23,000 likes. I'm going to boop you all back. This booping cannot stand. I'm going to boop Kat. I'm going to boop RJB. I'm going to boop Stones fan. I'm going to boop Kristen's kids. I'm going to boop Angela. I'm going to boop you all. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. Here we go. We're going to have a lightsaber battle. I challenge you. If you want to have a lightsaber battle, Smile Power, join the band. Yes. What would you play in the band? It's fictional. Greg, Jeff, stop trying to distract me with the ice cream. That's it, Odd Thomas. I am booping Odd Thomas. I am booping Smile Power. I am booping Angela. They can't distract me with that ice cream. Lady M is booping back. Oh my God, Lady M. Lady M. Oh, stop. Lady M is booping back. I can't. That's it. No, I'm coming back. Angela's booped me back. Stop it. Yeah, the boop. Yeah. Maybe a guitar, Smile Power? That sounds great. I'm gonna boop. Haha. I'm booping Smile Power. Jeff Hickman is sending a subscription. This is crazy. Good morning. How you doing?
Get past the roadblock?
Yeah, I'm gonna go around it, I think, through the other side.
Okay.
Are you, I don't know if they cleared it yet for your purposes. I don't know.
No, it won't be done till 3 o'clock this afternoon, so.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm not stuck. Like, I should be okay.
Yeah, listen.
Cool.
Enjoy your walk.
Thank you very much.
I see you every morning. Or thereabouts.
Got it. Well, thanks. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Take care. You guys sent that lovely person to try to distract, didn't you? That's it. I'm booping you still. I am booping you still. I was like, there's a car. Jeff Hickman, what are you doing sending all these boops? Sending subscriptions around, trying to distract. This is crazy. Cat is booping. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's it. I can't. You guys. I can't. You win. Look at this. 27,000. I'm just going to give you one big fat finger boop of my double-sided lightsaber. Boop, boop, boop. Take that. You guys are the best. Ain't nobody more fun to have a lightsaber battle with than all of you. You totally got me, Cat. You guys all got me. You totally got me. We got to get, should we have some kind of like boop merch? I'm going to work on our like swag store. I swear. This week. I'm definitely, as an aside, a life aside, can you guys, any of you guys relate to this? I feel like I'm definitely learning in life the phrase, man makes plans, God laughs. Like, there has just been, and it's good. Like, I've been on this like crazy journey with my career for the last several months. I know some of you guys have been following it. I appreciate your interest in it. For a lot of reasons. There's been like a lot happening behind the scenes. And I've been on this like crazy job and career journey. And like so much like life learning there. And I feel like every time over the last, like, I thought I was just like, basically, I wanted to accomplish like a couple things. Because I do a lot of little things that sort of make up stuff in my life. And I was trying to see if I could condense things down to like one job, really to focus on this channel. I just want to be able to focus on this channel. And I wanted to try, I'm like, let me go like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, whatever it is. I was like, okay, let me condense down to one job with, you know, a decent salary and benefits for like a lot of different reasons. And there has been such a journey. I thought like maybe I've learned so much about the job market, the economy, like what is going on right now. It's like people right now. And I admit I'm very tired in some ways because like my hat just goes off to anybody out there dealing with their own job stuff right now, money stuff right now. Like, it's never easy. But like something has happened the last couple weeks where there's been like, thankfully, I've had a couple of different job offers come in. Like, there's a lot happening transformationally. So I know I'm so behind on certain things about the channel, but I hope I don't, like, just if, like, I don't mean to be behind on certain things. So I just wanted to say, I don't know, I just want to say that. Like, I know, like, I'm behind on putting replays on of our live streams up. I know I'm like, but like just, I'm not sitting around eating bonbons trying to annoy anybody. Like, I promise. Like, I am coming and I love all you guys. Man boops, God laughs. Exactly. Hey, Jeff Clark, what's going on? But perhaps this week, it would be a good week to just kind of surrender to what is. Oh, here we go. If you guys were curious, if you weren't with us earlier, we had a big fat thunderstorm last night. And my returning friends may recall. So we're in a park. These are not private homes, thankfully. This is a park. This is an old museum that's currently closed. Again, we're in Cuddebackville, New York at the Delaware and Hudson Canal Park. This is an old blacksmith's house. Just a historic house. Nobody lives in there that I know of, from like 1799. But look at this. A big fat tree fell over last night in the thunderstorms. And like all these cars were coming into the park this morning, and I was let everybody raced past us and then like threw it into reverse, you know? We won't go too close, of course, for safety reasons. I don't know what that tree's going to do, but that's crazy, right? Jeff's job is thankfully going well, Jeff Hickman. Jeff is doing traffic flagging related to power company stuff. In fact, this is the kind of thing, not here right now, but this would be the kind of thing. Oh yeah, look, it's like resting on the power lines and everything. But this is the kind of thing that Jeff would be doing. He doesn't work in this part of the county. He works across county. But Jeff works with the tree trimming crews, and he's doing great with it. Robert J. Bannon. We need like the Robert J. Bannon song. Would you like to be songified, Robert J. Bannon? I'm sorry if you answered that and I missed it. Right? Jeff Clark, are you saying that's good news about Jeff, or you have your own good news? We have so many wonderful Jeffs in this community. I'm very thankful. Guys, don't we? Every Jeff is like their own Jeffiliest Jeff in their own right. Doghouse says, watch out for pickup truck mirrors. Hey, Ryan Jem, thank you so much for the TikToks. I like to eat them like Tic Tacs. Yum, yum. This morning, they taste like trending Halloween videos. Yum, yum, yum. And news talk. Guys, if we songified Robert J. Bannon, what would be like the style? You thought about doing something like that years ago, Striker's mom? That's cool. Hi, Sarah. Man, poops, God laughs. I love that. You guys are silly. Jeffalicious. Robert is like, shut up, Katie, reset the live goal. Maybe that's like, because Robert J. Bannon is so supportive in that way, isn't you guys? Like. And now, Robert J. Bannon. We'll be your backup band, Robert J. Bannon, as you sing, like, let's see here. What should we reset it to? We're going to finish up shortly, for sure, but you guys are the bestest. Let's do, I don't know. Let's just do A Bunch of Roses to finish. What do you guys think? And now, Robert J. Bannon, inspiring the hit, Reset the Live Goal. Let's see. What style? Robert J. Bannon, what style would you want your song to be in? Kat got sort of like a jazzy deal. Should we go down to the river as we write a song about Robert J. Bannon? Look at these gorgeous overgrown stairs. Bodybuilder, I got my Keens on. I feel like you've been here before asking that question. I got my Keen hiking shoes on. Tucker. Bonjour to Tucker. Thanks for the roses. Thank you, Jeff Clark. I appreciate that. I'll send that along to him. It is very good news. He is working. He's about 2 months now into the job. The notorious RJB. They call him Robert. We could do like, ooh, how about like Mickey? Oh, Mickey, you so fine, right? Oh, RJB, you are so fine, RJB, yeah. Robert J. Bannon. Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. All right, everybody, right? Right, everybody, right, all together. Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. Robert J. Bannon. I love Robert J. Bannon. He says reset the lab goal. Okay, we got to work on this. We got the beginning. Oh, RJB, you're so fine, Robert J. Bannon. Robert J. Bannon. Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. That's it. J. Bannon. Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. You're a lumberjack, Murphsworth. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. Talk about sausage again? What's going on? We will not fall in. Bodybuilder says, show my sneakers. Sure. I got my Keens on. Ta-da. These are my, wow. Sorry, my gimbal does that when I tip my thingy. Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. Robert J. Bannon. That's a start. That's it, right? There we go, Kat, right? We got it. Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. J. Bannon. Now when he sends a rose, ooh, it makes me go aglow. Robert J. Bannon helps us to fund the show. There we go, that was something. Something flew out there. If you're just joining me, we're trying to write a song. Everybody gets songified in here at some point, if you like. Oh my goodness. And then he says, okay, yes, right? And when he sends a rose, it makes me go all ooh. He funds the community, and it helps us go to school to learn about the world. He says, Katie, reset the live goal. Robert J. Bannon. J. Bannon. Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. J. Bannon. Oh, Robert J. Bannon, he says reset the live goal. It excites us all so much to see a live goal fulfilled. Okay, it's a work in progress. Maybe we could work on it this week. But we have the chorus. Do you want to all play? Should we all play the song with, like, everybody grab your instruments? Jeff Clark, sneaking in a sneaky gnome. I say re, you say set. I love it. RJB, let's do this, Stones Fan. Oh my gosh, that's it. Stones Fan, I love this. We're all writing the song together. Right? Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. J. Bannon. Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. J. Bannon. I'll say re and you say set. I'll say re and you say set. I say re. I'll wait for it. Re. I'll say re. I'll say re, and you say set. Yay! I'll say re and you say set. I'll say re, all you say set, then we say RJB. I'll say re and you say set. I'll say re and you say set. Re. RJB. I'll say re, you say set. I'll say re, then RJB. Re. RJB. There we go. That's it, guys. That's it. And the speak and spell. Odd Thomas is coming in sampling with the speak and spell. RJB. 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 I'll say re, you say set. That's how we play the RJB. Re. Reset. Woohoo! Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. J. Bannon. Gotta take a screen cap. That's it. So we got chicken tenders with ranch rock. Cat's a cool cat. Now we got the RJB. Everybody, we could do like the RJB. Reset the live goal. That's how you reach up and you tap. That's how you do the reset, the RJB. You reset your live goal. You just reach up and you tap. That's how you do the RJB, the RJB. JB. That's it. We'll do like a little dance with that one, right? Oh, RJB, you are so fine, Robert J. Bannon. J. Bannon. And then we'll reset the live goal. Boom, boom. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, it's 10 a.m. I definitely got to go. But what a way to end on this morning. I am sweaty. It's time for some water. Time to go home and clean myself up for the day. You guys are so fun and so funny. I say Rian, you say Seth. That's how you do the RJBJ Bannon. J Bannon. I love this. We got to do the Lady M. We got many people to songify yet. You ever want to be songified, don't be shy. Thank you for Odd Thomas cutting in on the speak and spell. That was critical. You guys did great. That's amazing. RJB, like, Mike, hugs and kisses to you guys. So thank you, everybody, especially Robert J. Bannon, but thank you, everybody, guys. Jeff Clark, Jeff Hickman, Lady M, everybody. Just thank you all for being you, and don't you forget it. Please do something to take care of yourself today. Make sure you hydrate, eat some protein, like take that walk, or eat a cookie if you've been eating your vegetables all week. But do take care of yourselves today, because we got a lot of traveling to do tomorrow for Sunday. Love you all. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, Lady M. Thank you, everyone. Dolly, all you guys. Thank you all for being you and making me laugh. Have a wonderful day. Bye, Doghouse. Bye, everybody.